Hello and welcome to Box, where we unbox, review and demonstrate the latest tech. Today we have with us the Iiyama G-Master Red Eagle GB2770QSU gaming monitor. Relatively new to the market, this monitor will catch your eye as a well-priced, high-quality gaming monitor that holds some of the most sought-after specs. Getting in out of the box, you'll find a handful of connection cables alongside the stand for a quick and easy setup. Included, you'll find 3 different cables to help connect the display to the PC, from DisplayPort to HDMI, so you're equipped with everything you need to play games at peak quality. The power cable has a perfectly good length and connects directly from the plug to the monitor without any additional power packs. The V-shaped stand comes as a screwless base, so when lying the screen face down, the arm twists nicely into place out of the box, and the stand just screws nicely into the bottom of the arm. Taking a closer look at some of the design features, it doesn't look too much like a gaming monitor. You'll find no lights on the back of this monitor, which helps it blend nicely into any home office environment, and with its clean black exterior, it blends in nicely to any space. So as you'll see, this stand is completely adjustable. It allows you to alter the height by raising and lowering the screen, as well as tilting it slightly forwards and back. Unlike some, you can't tilt this monitor from side to side. Now this can be a little awkward when trying to angle it away from glare, as it's quite weighty, but the matte screen really helps keep the light from disrupting your view. Now of course you will notice that this screen does tilt quite a lot to one side, but not to the other. I feel this may just be for packing purposes as seen earlier, and not necessarily made for angling the screen for comfort, so I will suggest not using this, as it can completely unbalance the screen. I really like that it's a simple stand with a cable tidy fitting just on the back of the supporting arm, and the long legs really do a fine job of keeping it steady. It's not too obtrusive and blends in nicely to any dark desk space, while still offering enough room underneath for a keyboard and mouse. However, if you want to keep it out of the way, there is a 100 by 100mm VESA mount on the back for wall mounting. The benefit of not having a curved monitor makes mounting flat to the wall a breeze, achieving that nice flush wall fixture. On the back, you'll find a few ports and connections to help get the most out of your gaming experience. Iiyama has provided you with a 3.5mm headphone jack, a HDMI port, a display port, a USB 3.0 A to B connection, and 2 3.0 USBs. When it comes to the HDMI, you will only achieve 144Hz max resolution, but of course you can still reach the sought after 165Hz from the DisplayPort, which you'll see demonstrated throughout this video. Taking another look at the space around the display, we have a good sized bezel around the top and sides with a slightly thicker section on the base for the power LED and the logo placement. I do love this brushed metal look on the bottom of the screen. It really gives that premium style compared to the black plastic that we usually see on lower cost monitors. Now this monitor comes in a wide array of sizes and specs depending on what you want from it. We have the 27-inch WQHD HDR monitor with 165Hz refresh rate to test out here. Of course, price holds a large percentage of the difference, and though it doesn't have that curved display that looks pretty impressive, this display holds some very decent specs that elevate gameplay, such as that most sought after 0.5 millisecond response time and FreeSync Premium Pro support. Though this is classed as a widescreen, it still fits into your average space easily without taking up too much space, and the height and angle adjustments really help adapt it to the space I have available. The display on this monitor is a matte finish fast IPS panel at 2560 by 1440 resolution. Getting down to the finer details, you'll find this screen has a 1000:1 static contrast ratio as standard that can reach 80 million to 1 in some of the higher spec game titles. I feel we get a good glimpse at this quality output even after playing just a handful of games. I've noticed that the colours look rich and the blacks are deep, which is good to see in a matte display. Game after game, I was reassured by the fact that I saw no noticeable lag or picture inconsistencies. I tried out a few other tasks on the monitor other than gaming, such as typing out a few documents and watching videos, and I was pleased with the space that I had on offer. I had a few windows open at once and the screen space felt really generous. Even watching a movie trailer or two at full screen 1080p, the picture quality held up nicely even after sitting at a few different angles. Just like all good gaming monitors, you'll find some hotkeys on the bottom of the display for quick access to settings. It was really easy to find each button even at a high angle, and it's really simple to navigate. Even though it takes a few minutes or so to get used to, once touch memory kicks in, it wasn't hard to find my way around. Each button offers direct access to the quick display settings menu that dictates what features are active and lets you manage the display quality in real time. You can enable iStyle Color with a single press of the exit button, or you can access more advanced settings in the quick menu by pressing enter. not only can I adjust the picture settings, I can activate the OSD menu for toggling the sought after gameplay enhancements, such as AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, which is very handy when it comes to switching between games. It's also incredibly helpful when finding out what this monitor can do, as it lists pretty much every feature to enhance the picture while letting me see how it affects the display quality at the same time. Now, what I was surprised to see is that this monitor comes with two 5-watt built-in speakers. Now, I know that most users are skeptical when it comes to anything built in, as they can sometimes be disappointed, but honestly, these speakers are perfectly fine for playing games and watching videos. I cranked up the volume a few times during gameplay and watching videos, and the audio quality was nicely balanced with hardly any distortion. Of course, it's not as rich as the sound produced by dual surround sound speakers, but it didn't disrupt gameplay and sounded pretty level and clear even at half volume. It does come with a headphone jack on the back if you wanted to upgrade your speaker system, but honestly, I found these speakers quite sufficient. As with any new monitor, it's really important to check your display for any deformities. I put this monitor through a series of display tests to make sure that it was as good as it says on the box. The backlight bleed and IPS glow tests passed with flying colours, and I saw no clouding at all and a beautifully consistent black picture. During the dead pixels test, I saw no flaws as each colour put out a nice solid image, and even with the brightness between 50 and 100, it was perfect in both daylight and dark settings. Of course, all of this can be tweaked easily using the button system, but I felt I hardly needed to touch any of these controls at all, given that it was fine for both gaming and browsing. Even after a quick brightness test, the monitor showed a wonderful range between 100 and 4000 nits, and after playing a variety of content on this monitor in both light and dark conditions, I could see that the picture was clear and bright each time from multiple angles, which is pretty impressive for the cost of this monitor. With this monitor, you do get an excellent 165Hz refresh rate with that 0.5 millisecond motion picture response time. As you can see, the game's played beautifully smooth with no visible stuttering or ghosting. I feel this is all down to the supporting picture enhancements available that help reduce flicker and maintain that super sharp image. Even sitting relatively close for filming gameplay, the picture quality was stunning no matter what title I played and even without touching any of the settings. A few of the picture modes available here help you avoid messing around with the settings during gameplay, though I did find that I didn't match any of the suggested settings to any particular mode of gameplay because the picture settings that I needed varied for each genre. I often kept it on standard as I feel like it balanced everything pretty well in everything I played. In the OSD, it's really easy to adjust small settings quickly, from tuning the blacks to fixing contrast and brightness. I do like how they have included the blue light reducer, as it really helped when gaming for long periods of time and working on documents and browsing the internet. So I wanted to try out the FreeSync Premium Pro here on a multitude of games to see how it coped. The difference may not be completely noticeable to the naked eye, but it really did save my eyes from strain after switching up various games in a short space of time, because I knew that it was working behind the scenes to keep the picture smooth and sharp no matter what I was playing. So out of all of these games that I played, you can see it hard at work here, easily keeping the display consistent and the colours bright. It's a handy feature to have because then I know no matter what game I'm playing, the picture is passively improved without having to consistently alter settings. So after everything you've seen here, what do you think about the Iiyama G Master Red Eagle GB2770QSU gaming monitor? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Box, where you will find plenty more reviews of the latest tech. And as always, thanks for watching.